students, and welcome to our social science classes. In our previous video, we started a new topic. And what is that? Yes, chapter 12 are forests. In that video, we covered the importance of forests and the two types of forests that are found in India, which is evergreen forest and deciduous forest. After today's videos, you all will be able to define the thorn forest, the mountain forest and the mangrove forest that are found in India. You will also be talk about their characteristics, their flora, their fauna and where do they exist, that is their location in India. Now before moving ahead to our topic, let's first read the key words that will be coming across in this topic so that we are able to understand the video in a better way. So the key words are thorn, coniferous, tidal, delta, flora and fauna. Now we will discuss one by one what they mean. Thorns. Now thorns are the spines or prickles which are found on small trees or shrubs. Can you see their structure? They are hard and woody. They are mostly the modification of leaves and as such serve the same purpose. Next we have coniferous. Conifers are a kind of tree. They are a type of trees that are found in the mountain regions with high altitude. The trees are mostly having branches which are sloping downwards and the shape of the leaves is needle-like. They are very thick and needle-like. Also, these trees bear cones instead of seed and hence they get the name coniferous. Next we have tidal. Tidal areas are mostly the coastal areas and they are affected by high tides and low tides. As such, these areas remain wet for the major amount of time. Next we have delta. Delta is a region or area which is found near the river mouths. It's an area where river meets the sea or ocean. A river carries with itself lots of sills and rocks and pebbles and sediments. And when it joins the sea, it deposits all these sides along the banks which creates a delta-like shape. And therefore they are called delta. This region is very fertile and has rich soil. Keywords are flora and fauna. Flora means plants of a particular region or habitat and fauna means animals of a particular region or habitat. So after learning these keywords, I hope you will enjoy and understand the video more nicely. And whenever you read the textbook, I want you to underline these keywords whenever you come across them. So now we'll continue with our topic.
Thorn forests. Thorn forests are a type of desert formation which has scrub-like vegetation. They are mostly tropical and subtropical forests having trees and plants with armed thorns and spices. See, they have big spines and thorns like this. Thorn forests experience very little rainfall and are prevalent in the arid or dry regions. The vegetation found here is often short and small with few tall trees set against the sparse dry ground where the grass also lacks. The thorns are very sharp and pointed, see, like a woody projections. They are produced from the stem of a plant. They are often stiff and mostly found on plants that are leafless. So they are kind of replacing the leaves. Now let's see where are the thorn forests found in India. They are found in the dry regions which experiences less rainfall of less than 70 centimeter. So which part will it be? Yes, the northwestern part of India. It is the home to the thorn forest. They can be found in the dry or the semi-arid regions of Rajasthan, Gujarat, and some regions of Madhya Pradesh and Haryana also. Now, let's see what are the features of these forests. Number 1, these forests are prevalent in the areas which experience the annual rainfall of less than 70 centimeter. The trees here are very short, they are stunted and they are scattered. It's not a thick or a dense forest. The leaves of the trees and shrubs have very thick and small leaves, which helps in minimizing evaporation. So these all are the adaptations that the trees have taken in this place so that they are able to retain water for a longer period of time. The vegetation in thorn forests have long roots. And why is that so? Yes, to penetrate deep into the soil in search of water. Again, this region experiences very long and hot summers. The plants are leafless for the majority part of the year, and as we all know, they are not dense, they are scattered. The humidity conditions in this place are less than 5%. Now let's see what are the plants and trees that are found in this forest. Thorn forests are adapted to the semi-dry and the nature of land accordingly. The vegetation has adapted itself to the hot temperature and harsh climatic condition. Now let's see what these vegetations are. We can find palms, acacias, cacti or as we know as cactus, europhoebus, baboon, kikar and kher. Also, there are many animals that we can find in these forests and they have adapted themselves to live in these harsh climates. Some of them are wolf, rats and mice, rabbits, fox, tigers and lions, wild ass, horses, camels, spotted deer, Tibetan antelope and wild sheep. Now we are going to discuss one of the animal in which we can see extreme adaptation for this climate, and that animal is, yes, the sheep of the desert, camel. Camels are herbivores. They eat the dry desert vegetation such as grasses, herbs and those thick leaves. Camels have many adaptations that allow them to live successfully in desert region. As the deserts are very hot and dry, the winds blow sand all around. So let's see what adaptations are camel having. The long eyelashes of camels keep the sand out of the camel's eyes. Also, camels have very thick eyebrows and they shield the eyes from the hot desert sun. The camel's nostrils can open and close, and it can close so it doesn't get sand up in its nose. Also, camel's ears are covered with hair even on the inside. The hair keeps out the sand or dust that might blow into the animal's ear. A camel can go a week or more without water, and they can last for several months without food. They can drink up to 32 gallons of water at one drinking session. Their feet are wide so they can walk on sand more easily. So these are few adaptations of camels and they have many. Unlike this, all the animals have adaptations which are based on the environment they are living, the climatic conditions they are having, the temperature they are having. Isn't it? Very nice. Now let's move to our next set of forests.